Uh, Today I want to tell you regarding the use of the verbs. How to use verbs. This is most important problem in writing. There are different verbs, some are transitive verbs and some are intransitive verbs. When we are talking about transitive verbs, it means we are talking about action verbs. Action is lying in transitive verbs, but intransitive verbs do not tell us about the action. But intransitive verbs have two categories. They have state and they have existence, or they are going to show us being. So in this perspective, so many verbs are here, so many verbs are categorized in English structure. Then what we have to do, we have to understand and penetrate their use. They have different uses, just like we are going to study today about a single word, and that is single verb. The name of that single verb is prefer. How to use prefer, that is very interesting. You see here, when we say prefer, it means we are going to use it in the structure. Just prefer is going to take the direct object, and prefer is going to use that class also. It means we can use prefer with that class, we can use prefer with noun, we can use prefer with pronoun, we can use prefer with infinitive, we can use prefer with gerund. So these are different coordinations of the words, and we can use in these coordinations. Grammatically, some verbs are going to be related with prepositions, some have direct relation with the objects. So in this way, so many verbs are there. Today we are just going to discuss about a single verb, that is prefer. So let us see, just I have written on the whiteboard. It is for your understanding, that you can understand it well. When we say prefer, it means we are going to say that to give priority. We are going to give priority to something, that is to prefer. We prefer means to give priority to someone or something or some item. So in this way, we are going to say that prefer can carry that class. If we use prefer, and there is a coordination of that class with prefer, just we can say that I prefer that you must learn English. I prefer that you must learn English. So here you will see that with prefer we have used that class, and that is grammatically allowed. We can use prefer and we can use that beside prefer. So in this way I have just given example for the illustration of you people to understand, and these examples are for your understanding. I prefer that you must learn English. I prefer that I should close this group. I prefer that he must get admission in Salu. So here, when we are talking about the structural position of the lexicon or the word or verb in this way, we can use that with verb prefer. So that is proper use of verb prefer in English structure. After that, we have another direction, that we can use word prefer with direct object. It bears direct object, either pronoun or noun, that can be used in this structure as a direct object. So let us see, please. Here it has been written that he prefers Aslam to me. He prefers Aslam to me. So here you will see Aslam is noun and prefer is a verb, and Aslam is direct object, that is directly used with word prefer. So in this way it bears noun, it carries noun. Just in the second sentence, they prefer students to illiterate boys. The teachers do prefer students to illiterate boys. So this is very important in structural position, that prefer bears nouns. And again, prefer bears pronoun too. Just like I have written, I prefer you to him. I prefer you to him. It means you is pronoun. He prefers me to other teachers. Here, me is also pronoun. So we can structurally use noun and pronouns in coordination or after prefer. We can use as a direct object. So this is very important for your understanding that prefer bears direct object, either noun or pronoun. That is very important. After that, we are just going to tell you about the prefer. Prefer is used with infinitive. Prefer is going to be used with infinitive structure. When we are talking about infinitive, it means it has two categories. Some verbs are going to bear to and other are without to. So infinitive is divided into two parts. One is without to and other is with to. So here when we use prefer, then it bears with to. So therefore I have just written here, you can see that he prefers to study English. He prefers to study English here means he prefers to study. To study here, to study is infinitive, and that structure is quite standardized and that is quite allowed. That after prefer we can use infinitive with to. So that is interesting also. And again you will see that we have used he prefers to go abroad for higher studies. He prefers to go abroad for higher studies. He prefers to go. To go is infinitive and that bears to. So this is the way of using infinitive in coordination of verb prefer. So let us see please again. They prefer to work hard in their life. They prefer to work hard in their life. They prefer to work hard. So to work hard is infinitive structure and that is infinitive structure in coordination with the verb prefer. So in this way we can use prefer. So in the last you will see there is another structure that prefer is used with gerund. Here we can use gerund in coordination of verb prefer. So let us see. So many examples are here, but I have just written here on the whiteboard. I prefer teaching English in college. I prefer teaching English in I prefer teaching. Teaching is a gerund. That gerund is in coordination with prefer. Therefore, we can use this structure that is allowed and that is grammatically according to the rules given by grammarians. So we can use prefer in this way. Gerund structure is also allowed with prefer. So at the last we have a sentence. You prefer learning all subjects for appearing in exam or in CSS. So you prefer learning all subjects. You prefer learning all subjects here means learning is gerund and prefer is a verb, and that gerund is in coordination with the verb prefer. So that is very interesting to be used here in this structure. So this is very important for you that you must use single verb prefer in this way, and that must be for your understanding. So many verbs are there and they have their own patterns. So this is just the example for your understanding that this is the coordination of verbs with other words, and we can use that structure. If you have any question, you can ask me please.